What's up, everybody? This is the Reluctant Nabi. Um, and so this is don't know what to say about it. And the reason why I don't know what to say about this is due to the fact that this brother is big enough to have some news, but I got some news and we'll run through it real quick. And it might be enough for y'all. And so outside of that, I don't know what to say about this. And this is not about what really happened because nobody knows which for sure. Um, he was with a lady friend. That's about all we got. And we got possible heart attack. But no one knows for sure. What it seems to be is that he has passed on. And that's why I got Miss Melanie in here, because they confirmed it through her, who confirmed it through the family. So I'll have the sources to this in the description box. All right. That's not what this is about. That is not what this is about. For me, the dude can die in peace. All right. And in death, you understand that he had value. He had value, right? He talked about value, and he had value based on what I say value is. I say that value is the impact you leave, okay? And value can only be a positive impact that you leave, right? And so what we do know for sure is brother like myself, Tommy Sotomayor, who's the dude that used to argue with, have beef with Sotomayor, came up with the puppets. Tariq Nasheed, my brother that was still a fan, what's his name? He passed on 6 months ago. Black Ram, Rick Scorpio. See, we all was around long before Kevin, talking about the same things that Kevin was talking about. The difference between us and Kevin is it was our belief that there was a segment of the female population that wanted to be malicious, that wanted to be wicked, that wanted to be evil, and there was no saving them. As a matter of fact, the Afro man put his life at risk, put his things at risk, put his happiness at risk, his mentality, his mind, and his peace at risk to even be in the vicinity of them. Many of us struggle with these women, and we're talking about the BAW, who are even family members, and don't know peace until we get away from them. Period. Many of us had them as girlfriends. What made him different is he figured that if he gave them the truth in their face, that it was a good idea for Afro men to marry up with these women. And that's what this video is about. What he did was expose to just a serious degree that there is no hope for the Black community. He always believed there was hope, but in his death, the Afro men are seeing what we've always seen while he was alive. The hope that we used to have way back in the day was long obliterated by the BAW. All right. What happens is when Kevin came along for a group of others, that hope was kind of rekindled. So the brothers start watching him. A lot of females watched him, called in. So he had a big female audience. And this made a lot of them angry. A lot of them were calling in. Some wanted help, but not truly enough. Not enough to go around, not enough to make a difference. But what it did do is it exposes the vitriol and the hate that the BAW has for the good Afro men, especially ones that stand up for themselves and they who got tired of the BS and say, yeah, know what? Oh no, stick a fork in us. We're done with them. Savor the flavor. We're done. So let me greet everybody real quick. Gordon how do the dog all the way to the vein. Bosses los bonjour mes amis. Kado bawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama. Sani bonani. John Borabari gani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right. So in his death, if you look on Twitter, Kevin Samuel's death is revealing the true nature of the modern BAW. But first, let's look at the death thing. So what we have here is his close friend Melanie King reveals that the motivational speaker and relationship coach died May 5th, 2022. He died because of a heart attack, as we already mentioned. And this is from the Get in the okay. I don't know. Get in dianews.com. But you know, it's all run together. I'm just wondering if what the news group is. But anyway, they already mentioned it. According to reports, he was found unconscious at his home. Later, when he reached ATL Hospital, he lost his life. All right, doctors announced his death after a couple of minutes. It was such a shock to his family that he passed from this planet. Those who follow him on social media were very, very sad and passed comments like how sad it was that he is not between us. All right. So there's this. Now, there is other news on this. Um, and this comes from Pimisil.com. There are speculations that he was in the hospital after a cardiac arrest, and after some times, doctor found him unresponsive. But this information is not confirmed yet. However, his death news is true because Melanie said she had gotten family confirmation. So y'all know who Melanie is. I don't. I didn't follow Kevin Samuels like that, so I don't know who his friends are, right? I followed him enough to kind of understand his content, and because his content mirrored so many of us old school people that anytime, a lot of times people sent us this stuff, hey, you said this years ago, you know, and so there's that. The difference between Kevin Samuels and the rest of us was this. Women actually called in on his show and exposed their mentality in real time. We did, like I did, my channel was based on news clips, um, Facebook clips, World Star clips, and all the rest of that stuff, right? Until YouTube changed for a while and tried to be kid friendly, as we say, you know, catering to children. But then that bit him in the behind because of Logan Paul. All right. And so basically, what he did was allow men to see in real time the mentality of the black woman. All right. And it further separated good men from the black woman. But if that didn't do the job, the response by many black women over his death will be the pinnacle. But let me show you what life was before his death. All right. Now, I really want y'all to pay attention to this real quick.
When I see a black woman with a white man, a black woman with a white man or any ethnicity that's non-black, I don't really take it offensive. We've had interracial relationships in my family, mostly like black women with white men, like my great grandmother and one of my cousins, and they were so cool. They treated us great. I didn't really see race when it came to them. I don't necessarily like black men with non-black women. You're black, your mama black, your grandma black. Everybody is black, okay?
Now, I want you to understand this hypocrisy right here. All right. And it's what I've been saying for a while. In these families, it's been the black women that got with the white man that created all the mulattoes. It wasn't the other way around. See, these women will lie in the modern day media and say it's black men that's done all these evil things when it was actually them. But then when they talk about it and get in their feelings because they want to control the black men, so to speak, we're Afro men, by the way. But when they want to control us Afro men, what they do is they tell the truth. They're like, yeah, we could do it, but you can't. Now pay attention to this.
Okay, so we all know that a lot of black men are slow. You know, we know that. Very few of them are intelligent. Very few of them can hold a conversation. We know this. He's slow. He's slow. He's crazy. My son was like, he's slow. He's slow. My son was like, he's slow. He's slow. They're conquered. They're weak. They're dominated. They're a bunch of baby daddies, again, who only raise values in prison. The only place they add value to is prison.
Now, I want you to get this understanding. Who's the one training that's teaching these men to only raise value in prison? Yes, it is their black mamas and their aunts and all the other black women that babysit them while their mama run the streets. All right? Who are the ones that decide to open their legs to men that don't have value and create these children with, while then at the same time they brainwash these children to not only despise themselves, but despise leadership, despise manhood, and despise masculinity? Who the hell do you think's been raising all of these dudes that's been turned out into the LGBTQRSTUV XYZ community? It's been the BAW. That's why they support it so wholeheartedly, because they like to see us destroyed. And it works until we move away from them and start manning up. See, these are the things we've always known about these women. That Kevin Samuels always thought that there was a little prayer, there was a little chance. We was like, oh no, hell no. Kevin, you don't know. Bro, we got to go.
Okay, so we are.
Now pay attention to this. This was a conference call of how they want to unalive Afro men.
No. I was wondering why no one thought to say and voice their opinion that when I look at these white men, they are the epitome of masculine, and watching some of these police officers manhandle these black men in the street is very attractive, and it's a turn on, you know? And I'm wondering, does anybody else feel like that?
Hold on.
Yes, Lord.
Keep in mind, please
y'all off the chain, okay?
Police have a badge. the state behind them,
Yes.
a gun.
Every 18 minutes, the black guys now everybody sleep.
That's what's up. I think we can get it down to 15. Blue lives matter.
Yeah.
Every 18 minutes, a black man is unalived by police. Oh, good. I think we can get it down to 15. Think about that, brothers.
You don't even breathe in my direction. I will start crying and I will call the police.
I love calling the police on.
Yes.
I love it because they tighten up. They turn into a whole different person
When they took that tail and run.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you said.
I met a nerdy guy. He's really sweet. We're both ambitious.
Let's freeze that right here. So it's a whole, there are many groups of them seeking our destruction as brothers, as Afro men. These women aren't playing. They want us gone. And I don't mean out of the community.
No.
They don't
I
want
was
us to
wondering
leave the
why no
community
one thought
because they
to
want
say and voice their
eliminate us from
opinion
the
that
earth. And the
when you
wise
look
dudes
at,
that
when
have
I look at
nothing
these
to do
white
with them
men, they
or only
are
deal
the
with them
epitome
on a
of
temporary
masculine,
basis,
and watching some of
but
these police
yet they
officers
are angry at
manhandle
it
these
because they
black men in
can't
the
control
street
those
is
things.
very attractive and it's a turn
They
on,
can
you
only
know?
control the
And I'm wondering,
sinners.
does anybody else feel like
These women ended up who took Kevin's advice, took it because they had no other resort. And he was honest with them. And that's the problem. The BAW don't like honesty. All right, it has to go. He had a few friends, but then again, there's that honesty thing. He told them directly what they need to do. Why? Because he likes to fix problems. All right, but brothers like me was saying, brothers don't do it. And now look at how they're rejoicing over his death. The very dude that tried to help them. For some, they found that his methods work. But for many, they're glad he's gone and they are doing cartwheels and flips. But then again, these are the same women that's marching out in the streets to unalive babies even 28 days after it's born. So, there's that. What brothers like me have been trying to tell y'all is we need to escape these women because you now see that in Kevin Samuel's death, there is really no real hope for them or us if we get with them. That in their hearts, they intend to destroy all, well, maybe not all, but most of them that have this mentality want us destroyed. And the sad part is we don't know how many, but we know it's a lot of them. And so it's like a box of chocolate. You don't know what you're going to get when you get with any of these women. With that said, I'm out.